Hello, Sabi moms. Our story today is longer. That's why I woke up to a bad blender. Early Sunday morning, woke up to make some stew and discovered my blender was not working. So I prepped this tomatoes mix, a little bit of oil, tomatoes, my different peppers, onion, garlic in my frying pan, non-stick frying pan, and allowed it to dry up, the water to dry up, only to blend it and discover that I had no blender again. I put it in this my small mortar that I forgot for a long time. I figured out the tomatoes was so much for the small mortar, so I decided to reduce it and start my work. It was not easy. I pounded. If you notice, I put a cloth under the mortar to reduce the sound, so my neighbors will not come and ask me what is happening. Now, so I just continue pounding, trying to get a smooth paste of tomatoes. It took quite a while. Like for this quantity of tomatoes, I think it took about 10-15 minutes. Now, so me and tomatoes, they rugged them inside kitchen. I continued trying to make sure it's smooth. At this point, I was getting tired. I had already brought bowl. Then I scooped out the first batch into that other bowl and added the other one that I reduced into. This is me here, still trying to get the second batch of the tomatoes to get smooth. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it anyways. At the end, the taste was out of this world. Oh yeah, this woman is tired. I just have to scoop it. The remaining ones, I guess, by the time I fry it, it will dissolve. That's why I talk to myself. But we'll get to find out at the end if my thoughts really worked out. So I just scooped it out to get other things done. That's what I'm doing here. So to proceed with our stew, I fried the protein, the meat I was going to use for the stew. Here it's done. I finished frying it, just trying to scoop it out of the hot oil. Done here, all the meat is out, remaining my clear. That's me adding bay leaf to the hot oil so it can release its flavor into the oil and finally into the stew. I'm going with my onions already chopped or sliced or diced, anyhow you want to call it. By the way, this is how I did mine today, my emergency stew. We don't come from the same home, so I wouldn't expect us to cook the same way. Just watch things, ingredients I use that you don't like, you can skip that, so there won't be issues of this is not how my great grandmother used to make it, this is not how we do it in my village. So I go in with my tomato paste. I like frying it first before adding the fresh tomatoes because it has this sweet tangy taste that I don't really like, so I fry it a little bit before I add my fresh tomatoes that I just finished pounding. It's not easy. Wife material, one full container, 9 feet. So our fresh tomatoes is in with the spices and onion and big herbs and onions. You stir. Some people I'm aware that some people don't eat fried stew, so you can skip this part or allow it to just steam a little bit. Go in with your remaining ingredients. That's salt that I just added now. You adjust according to your preference. But me, I fry my stew. I can't eat that raw stew. That's garlic powder I'm adding to the mixture, to the stew. You stir, 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 stir. I'm trying to get it to be a little bit fried. It will not be completely fried. That's me adding seasoning cube. That's 2 cubes I'm adding, because I'm considering the ones I added to the meat when I bought it, and I'll be using the stock. That's powdered seasoning too. So I wouldn't want to be adding too much spices, because the meat stock will also be used. And if you notice, I didn't add so much oil because the meat is oily, it's quite fatty. That's the oil there. So I don't get to have over pool a great spool of oil when I'm done. This, after a few minutes of frying it, you can see the oil in it is yielding, and the tomatoes is getting a little bit dry. At this point I was becoming so impatient. I couldn't wait. I kept checking and checking and checking if my frying was okay. I couldn't wait anymore. I just went in with my fried meat, then stirred, and the next thing is to add water into the stew and the meat I just added. So I know some of you might say the water is much, but that is how I usually do mine, so that the protein, the meat, could cook in the stew mixture for a little while. It will actually thicken up because the water gets to dry and it thickens up again. So in case if sometimes if I fry my meat too dry, I add lots of water to soften it before I turn it off. So this our stew so far. We cover, so it steams for a little while. Let's say 2 to 3 minutes. It steams and the water actually dries up. This is what we have after 2 to 3 minutes of steaming. For my house, this is okay. If you like yours thicker than this, you can allow it to steam over for the Our Sunday rice is ready. Stew is ready. Food is ready.